Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be chatting through my must-have staple shoes for spring-summer. These are my 10 most worn styles of footwear that fit perfectly into my spring-summer capsule wardrobe. Most of the styles that I'm going to be showing you are still currently available, and so they will be linked below, but I will also be inserting some cutaways of some alternative options as well that will hopefully suit different budgets, so I will link those alternative options below as well. But any questions at all, leave a comment and I will get back to you as soon as possible. But let's get going with the video. Okay, so I'm going to start off with more of a spring style rather than summer, although I would still definitely style these in summer. But it is a pair of tan loafers, and I just love how tan loafers look styled up in spring, especially teamed with a tan belt, maybe a tan bag, or like a basket bag with some tan leather details on it. Tying that outfit together, I think that a pair of tan loafers works so well. And these are actually new. I got these recently from And Other Stories, and they are the perfect tan loafers. I just think they're such a lovely classic style and just works so well with all of my spring outfits. I think just these with a pair of jeans and like a blue and white striped shirt, a very kind of classic easy spring outfit, and also the type of outfit, like the type of style that doesn't date as well. I have got a similar pair, in fact we're getting onto those, but I've also got these in black, and I've had them for a few years and I just wear them so much each year because they're a very classic style. I know you can get chunky loafers that a lot of people love, and I do think they look good, but I think that this kind of more slim classic style with the gold buckle is really like a style that will not date. And so I think spending that little bit more on a good quality pair of loafers you will then bring out year after year. I say a little bit more. These were from And Other Stories and they were £95, but I think that's a good price point for the quality of these. But for a couple of alternative options, first of all, this pair from Flattered. You may recognise these because I actually had them in the backless version, which I wore a lot last spring and maybe even the year before. I think I've had them for 2 years. But they also do them in like the backed version, so just a classic loafer with the pointy toe. And I think they're beautiful, really kind of like feminine take on a classic loafer. Just really beautiful, really lovely quality. Flattered shoes are just the most beautiful quality. I love Flattered footwear. And then if you do prefer a backless loafer, this pair from Russell and Bromley are £195, but again a very classic style, similar to the And Other Stories ones with the gold buckle, but they're like a backless version, which I think look really great styled up in spring summer as well. And then for a more affordable option, this pair from Zara are $49.99. They are leather and again quite a classic style. They look slightly more masculine in comparison to this pair that are slightly more kind of like slim and a bit more of a classic style. They're a little bit more of like a masculine finish, I would say. But again, good price point at $49.99. And then of course we couldn't do spring footwear without a pair of black leather loafers. And again, these are definitely more spring than summer for me, but I wear these so much in the spring, just with a pair of jeans and a black blazer, like a black blazer, white t-shirt, blue jeans, and these, maybe like a black belt and a black bag. Just such a classic spring outfit, but just such a lovely go-to outfit for me. And I've had these for a couple of years, maybe like 2 or 3 years I'd say. I've worn them a lot and they're just a great style. Like I said with the tan ones, I love how classic they are. I love the shape of them, and that they just go with lots of different outfits as well. So I think that when it comes to black leather loafers, for me, these are the perfect style. And although I did get these a few years ago, they are still available in the black and the tan. But for a more affordable option, first of all, this pair from Mango. They're currently on sale for $49.99. I think they're down from $59.99. But they are real leather and they're a very similar style to these. So again, a great price point. They do also come in cream as well, which would be lovely for spring, summer too. Again, a similar price point. This pair from H&M are $54.99. They're also leather, also quite a classic style as well. And then I do also really like this pair from Flattered. They are slightly chunky, but not too much. Like some chunky loafers I think are just a little bit too kind of trend driven, whereas these are a little bit chunky but still quite a classic style. No hardware on them as well at all, just plain black. Again, higher price point. They are $225, I believe. I didn't include these as a category because I didn't want to do tan loafers, black loafers and beige loafers. So I would just go tan and black for me personally, like my most worn. but I just wanted to quickly show you this pair that I got recently because they are just beautiful. They're like a beige suede, and I think for me in spring when I'm putting together like a very neutral outfit, these are lovely as well. So I wouldn't say like a must-have, but they are a lovely pair of loafers as well. Okay, next up is probably an obvious one if you've been watching my 30 days of spring outfits over on my Instagram, because you will have seen that a lot of my spring outfits I style with these beiges. I just find that these work so well with so many of my spring outfits because obviously they're comfortable, they're a trainer, but they're quite a kind of, they go well with spring outfits. Not like a classic chunky trainer that I tend to only really wear when I'm going on walks. These still look put together. They work with jeans, they work with shorts, they work with wide leg trousers, they work with dresses, like midi dresses, even mini dresses. I wore them a lot last spring, summer, even autumn, even winter I still wear these. But yeah, for spring, summer, I think a simple pair of kind of white lace-up trainers like this, like a kind of, not like a chunky trainer, but like this style of trainer, I think works so well in a spring wardrobe because they still have that put together look while still wearing a comfy shoe. So I love Wedges, but I have noticed that recently everyone seems to be loving Adidas Sambas or Specials, or what are the other ones? Samba Specials, and there's another one as well, isn't there? Anyway, I seem to be seeing everyone styling up those Adidas, that sort of similar style of Adidas trainer. My mum actually recently ordered a pair of Sambas. I'm going to insert the ones that she went for. I think the same as me. She'd been seeing them everywhere and just loved how they look styled. So she said to me, I'm going to order myself a pair. So she went for this style, which I do really, really like as well. I think I may treat myself to a pair of those for styling in spring because I think I would style them with similar outfits that I would style Wedges. It would just change things up a little bit, I think. So I think I might jump on the bandwagon and get a pair of those. I do think they look really great, but I think that style of footwear is really easy to put together with spring outfits. I also have this pair from Everlane. These are just a really plain white leather pair. I haven't worn these as much as my Wedges, but when I'm looking for something kind of very simple, like a very plain white pair, these are great. And they're no longer available, but they do have a very similar style at the moment. I think they were $125, and again, just plain white leather with the Everlane branding on the front, but quite minimal branding, and just like a nice classic plain leather pair. Sticking with trainers, and these are probably my most worn pair of shoes throughout spring, summer, just a pair of comfortable trainers. I go out on, well, Lou and I and Lottie and Rafi, we go out for a dog walk every single day, pretty much every day. I wear these so much. I'm not actually gymming at the moment, just with everything going on with kind of Lottie and just life being hectic at the moment. I haven't been to the gyms, but if I was going to the gym, I would also say kind of these or a pair of gym trainers as well. Even if I'm just nipping out to run errands, or I'm going to the supermarket and I want to be very comfortable, I wear these. These are Asics. I also think that the New Balance, I think they're called 530s, look quite similar to these. Again, that kind of just comfy, chunky-ish trainer. But obviously Nike trainers I wear a lot. I just think a comfortable pair of trainers for me, I couldn't not include them. When I was trying to think of my most worn shoes for spring, summer, I thought I have to include a pair of trainers. Okay, next up are a ballet pump. And if you'd asked me last year if I thought I would be including ballet pumps in my top 10 like most worn must-have footwear for spring, summer, I would say absolutely not. I just couldn't see myself styling them. Even when I saw them styled up on other people, I thought they looked good, but for me personally, I just didn't think they'd work with my style. However, I recently got this pair from Flattered, and I love them. I think that the shape of them is just perfect. They're very simple, they're very classic. And I think this year I'm seeing them styled up so much that I think it's just got in my head, and I'm now loving how they look. So I thought it was about time I got a pair, and I think for me they'd be a good alternative to styling a loafer. I wear loafers so much throughout spring, and I thought just switching up a loafer for a ballet pump just changes up the look slightly, and also a slightly more like feminine finish to an outfit, especially if it's like jeans and a blazer. Wearing ballet pumps instead of loafers just gives that slightly more feminine touch, and just like I said, changes things up a little bit. So I love the style of these. They are a slightly high price point. I think they were £159, but again, beautiful quality, and they come in lots of different colour options as well. I think they come in red, pink, burgundy, black, like a lovely taupe colour. I think the taupe are very me. I think they come in gold, and obviously this beautiful tan as well. M&S have got a nice classic black pair. I think they're £39.50. Again, a very simple style, just plain black with a little bow detail, real leather. They do also come in, I think it's like beige with black details on them, but I wasn't as keen on those as I was with just the plain black. And then they've also got some really lovely kind of woven style ones. So just a plain ballet pump in a woven leather. And I think that they came in black, tan and cream, I believe. But they looked really lovely, and I think they were £45. And then this pair from H&M were £44.99. So a slightly higher price point for H&M, but they are real leather. So again, just a nice, simple, classic pair of leather ballet pumps. Moving on to sandals, and next up are a pair of tan sandals, and this is my most worn style of footwear in summer. I know the trainers are, but like during the day when I'm wearing dresses or like midi, maxi, mini dresses, or even shorts, quite often I will go for a pair of tan sandals. And I've actually pulled out 2 pairs to show you here, but I have also ordered another pair recently from And Other Stories that are gorgeous, so they should be arriving very soon. But anyway, I'll get to those in a second. But first up, this pair from Amazon Fashion. If you've followed me for a while, you will have seen me talk about these many, many times. I've had these for a couple of years now. I have worn these so much, and actually considering how much I've worn them, like they're worn down a little bit on the heel, but when I say like I have had so much wear of these, and I think they were around £20. I feel like they're a dupe for the YSL, like Saint Laurent, I think they're called the Tribute sandals, but like I said, around £20, super comfortable. They've got a little slightly padded sole, and yeah, even though they're not, I don't think they're real leather, they've worn so well, you can see they are still in pretty good condition. So I can definitely recommend these. These are very similar. They're a similar style to the loafers that I showed you before. So they've got that same kind of crossover bow detail on them. The same slightly lighter tan leather with the white contrast stitching. Again, beautiful quality. And I like the fact they're quite simple, but they've just got that little bit of detail on them. So I think that these are a really lovely style as well. And then, like I said, I also recently ordered this pair from And Other Stories. I think they were £95, so slightly higher price point, but they just looked beautiful. Just a very simple tan leather pair of sandals, and I think that style, I feel like they're kind of like an upgraded version of the Amazon ones, and I think I'll get a lot of wear out of them. But I was very tempted by, they also come in a linen version as well, like a off-white linen with a black trim, and they are gorgeous too, so I'm very tempted by that style. And they do also come in black as well. And then for a more chunkier option, this pair are also from And Other Stories. They are £110, and they look very comfortable. Oh, and another lower price option, this pair from ASOS are £46. They are real leather, and again, look like a great style. Next up are, of course, a pair of black sandals, and again, I feel like these are a must-have in my spring-summer wardrobe. I don't wear them as much as I reach for a pair of tan sandals, but it's definitely a must-have. So this pair are from Russell and Bromley, and again, these are beautiful quality, and they are so comfortable as well. I feel like these are like an upgraded version of a Birkenstock, so they're very kind of similar style to a Birkenstock, quite chunky with the buckle detail, but they look just that little bit more stylish, let's say, than a Birkenstock. Don't get me wrong, I love Birkenstocks, but I think that these are just, like I said, just like a slightly kind of upgraded version. They are leather, and obviously the straps are adjustable. They've got the gold buckles with Russell and Bromley written on the buckle and on the back as well, but it is quite subtle branding as well. I think you'd have to be quite close to be able to read what it says. And then the soles are leather as well, and obviously rubber at the bottom. But yeah, very comfortable. They feel like they're hugging your foot when they're on. Actually, the pair that I showed you before from ASOS, they do also come in black as well, and they've currently got 25% off in the black. Not in the tan for some reason, but 25% off in the black, so I think they're around £34 in the black, so they are really nice. Well, again, real leather. Zara have got this pair for $29.99, and again, they're also real leather as well, so I think a really good price for a leather pair of sandals from Zara. They're like a black croc as well, like I think they've got a slight shine to them, and they also come in a few other colour options as well. And then, like I said, the tan pair that I have ordered from Under the Stories do also come in black as well, and I think they're gorgeous in the black too. Sticking with sandals, and next up are a pair of cream or off-white sandals, and I did kind of and ah whether to include these or just stick with tan and black, but I thought that these were definitely, for me, these are definitely needed in my spring summer wardrobe, because I do wear a lot of neutrals. I mean, the outfit I'm wearing now, I would wear these with what I'm wearing now, unless I was bringing in a bit of tan. So if I'm wearing a tan bag or a tan belt, then I think the tan sandals work well. But if I'm wanting to keep things very neutral and tonal, then I think a pair of cream, beige, nude, like a lighter pair of sandals works really well. So this pair are from Flattered. Unfortunately, these are no longer available, but they do have some really similar styles at Flattered at the moment. So I'll link a couple of alternative options from Flattered, but for some other alternative options, first of all, this pair from Marks and Spencer's I thought looked gorgeous. They are £35, they're real leather, and they're just a really cool style. They're cream leather with this big gold circle detail in the middle. I feel like they look so much more expensive than £35, sorry. And I don't feel like, they kind of don't look like they're from Marks and Spencer's. They just have that, they have kind of like a slightly more like designer feel to them. So I thought that they were really lovely, and they do come in black as well. This pair from H&M were $18.99, so a really affordable option. They're not real leather, but they are a really lovely kind of simple style of sandal, and they also come in black, gold and silver. I think the gold would be really lovely for holiday. And then a slightly higher price point, I spotted this pair from Reformation. Very simple, just a thin kind of creamy white straps, although I don't know how comfortable that pair would be. I always find when they've got really thin straps, they can sometimes be a little bit uncomfortable, but I did think they looked like quite a nice simple style. Okay, I've just got two more styles to go, and both of them are heels, and I very rarely wear heels. I'm just a flat comfort girl. I wear flats during the day. Even if we're going out for dinner in the evening, I quite often go for flat shoes, maybe like a little kitten heel, but I think, yeah, I tend to just go comfort. Comfort is key. However, I do feel like I need a couple of styles of heels in my wardrobe, particularly for occasion wear. So first up would either be a pair of nude, beige, or maybe even gold heels. And I've actually pulled this pair out, although these are far too high for me now, and I don't actually wear these anymore, so I do need to get a new pair that's a lower version of these. But for me, if I'm going to a wedding or somewhere where I want like a nice summer occasion wear dress, I think just a nice pair of nude or beige or gold strappy sandals is definitely a staple for spring summer. So first of all, I spotted this pair from Mango, which I think are a really great option. They're a slightly lower alternative to these. They've also got the ankle strap, which I do think gives you that little bit more support. And again, just like a simple kind of nudie, strappy sandal, which would work with a lot of different colours or styles of occasion wear. If that Mango pair still look a little bit too high for you, then I also spotted this pair from Shoe, which are an even lower version, just a little kitten heel, and they are £30. So again, a great price point, and again would be perfect for occasion wear, just a very simple style. And then I just wanted to show you a couple of gold options as well, because I do think a pair of gold strappy sandals can work really well as occasion wear as well, and go with all of the different kind of coloured occasion wear dresses. So first of all, this pair from Revolve, they are £170, so a higher price point. And then this pair from New Look, for a more affordable option, they are £37.99, so great price point. And they look like they've got slightly padded straps as well. The straps look quite thick, which I think would make them a lot more comfortable as well. But if you do prefer a closed toe version, that would also work great for occasion wear. I recently got this pair from Flattered, and they are beautiful. They're like an off-white creamy leather. They've got the tie bow detail on the side. Well, you can move it from the side to the back, or you can take it off completely as well. And I recently started a few different Zara dresses. I was filming a Zara dresses video, and they went really well with lots of those occasion wear dresses as well. So I think they would also work really well as occasion wear, but equally just work great with a very simple classic outfit like jeans and a blazer. They look lovely styled like that as well. So I think that they tick both boxes. And then my final must-have footwear for spring summer is a pair of wedges, and ironically I don't actually have a pair to show you because I don't own a pair, despite them being a must-have style of mine. But I am definitely ordering some because I have got a wedding coming up the week after next. I also have a wedding coming up in a few months' time, and I love wearing maxi dresses to weddings. I love wearing a comfortable maxi dress with a comfortable pair of wedges underneath where you can't really see, so it doesn't matter too much on the style of them, but they feel comfortable and they're covered up by a pretty maxi dress. That's kind of like my go-to style when I'm going to a wedding. The pairs that I've got on in these pictures, I wore them when I went to Italy for this wedding, and I think I might have left them in the hotel. So I have spotted a couple of options. First of all, this pair from And Other Stories. They come in tan and white, which I think both options look really nice. They are £100, so slightly higher price point, but they look really lovely. They've got a nice kind of like espadrille style sole, and then like the strap around the ankle as well, so they'll be nice and supportive, perfect to wear under long dresses. Mango have got a clear option as well, which I think look quite nice. If you were planning on wearing them for occasion wear of not a maxi dress, if you wanted a pair to wear with like a midi dress, I think sometimes the clear straps work quite well to elongate your leg, and that style are $49.99. And then I also loved the style of this pair from Revolve. They are a higher price point, I think they were £182, but they look like the perfect tone, like almost like a goldy brown jute material. And I think that they'd be great again with a maxi dress covered, or also with a midi dress as well, because they're that little bit kind of, they look quite slimline and quite like a flattering shape as well. And of course ASOS have got so many different styles of wedges at the moment as well, so I'm going to insert a cutaway of a couple of different styles that I spotted. But yeah, have a little browse on the ASOS website. There's so many different styles, and for me I just think that a good wedge works perfectly hidden underneath a maxi dress for occasion wear. And that is all 10 of my must-have, most worn footwear styles for spring summer. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please do remember to give it a thumbs up. I'd really appreciate it, and subscribe if you're new here and you'd like to stick around for more fashion content. If you've got any questions about any of the styles at all, or the kind of fit of any of them, then do leave a comment below and I will get back to you as soon as possible. And let me know if you feel like I've missed out any styles. If you've got like a most worn style of footwear and I haven't mentioned it, do leave a comment below and let me know. As I mentioned before, everything featured will be linked below in order. But that is everything. Thank you so much for watching, and hopefully I will see you again in my next video. Bye!